Here I am, people. Here I am. Yes, sir. Here I am. Here I am. Once again. Once again. Once again. Here I am, people. Here I am. Once again. What's good? Let's cook. Let's cook like Sunday dinner. We gonna cook like Sunday dinner. Sunday din din. Let's cook like Sunday din din. Y'all remember din din? That's what my grandmother used to say. It's time for din din. Time for din din. Let's cook. Let's talk about it. Now, they ain't gonna send out the notification. Malaya, peace of blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? How you feeling? We know they ain't gonna send out the notifications. It's all good. We know this. Oh boy. Shador Sanders got first round reps, huh? First team reps today. C Money best style is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Okay, so we're gonna wait a few minutes as they don't send out the notifications for everybody to tap in and get in here, so I don't have to repeat myself. Oh, I guess I got to make a community post. Anthony Clark, AC, what's up? I guess I got to make a community post. YouTube is crazy. Let me make a community post. Shun G 85, what's up, family? Mark, oh, what's up, family? Man, I'm just a squirrel in your world, eh? Trying to wait till everybody get in here, man. I'm making a community post right now to let the people know that we live, because they ain't gonna send out the notifications. That ain't gonna happen. So Tank getting out the business of the sport of boxing, and says reports, huh? Tank getting out the business of the sport of boxing, huh? Do y'all believe it? Do y'all believe it to be true? Do you think it's true? Do you think Tank is really going to officially get out the business of the boxing? I tell you what, if he do get out of boxing and he don't fight these fights, it's very sad. It'll be very disappointing. It'll be very disappointing. That's hard to believe, man. Yeah. Now, here's the thing, right? As I told you guys before, that Tank was frustrated. Now, you hear it from multiple different people telling you that Gervonta Tank Davis is frustrated with the way things are being handled with the PBC. Boys be crying, what's up? Shakur need Tank. Chris Legg, what's up, Emmy? And clearly Tank needs Shakur. That's why he's crying. Right? Because he ain't happy with the way the business of the sport of boxing is going. Why wouldn't he be happy with the direction the sport of boxing is going in? What direction is that? Go ahead now. Boys be crying. I need you to tell me that. Down South Philly show, where you put his career. I don't know, bro. It's funny, right? I was thinking about it because multiple people asked me about it, and it's like, I don't know, bro. It's a weird career. Shakur need Tank. He always saying Tank. There's Tank that he clout chasing. Please don't say that. That's silliness. That'll get you timed out, bro. Over here. Now that on other people's platform may not get you timed out, but over here that'll get you timed out. I don't tolerate. This is why I don't tolerate nonsense when it comes to the sport of boxing over here. We're gonna have real conversations. Cool. Don't tell me he's clout chasing. How could he clout chase somebody who is a champion in his own division and he's a champion in division? Fame, what's up? How could he possibly be clout chasing? That makes zero sense. It's just downright silly and moronic, and I can't stand that. So over here on this platform, I don't like that, brother. Don't tell me this man is clout chasing somebody in his own division that's another champion. How could Shakur be clout chasing a champion in his division, brother? Do you understand the dynamics of sports? That just sounds silly. Mad Mob, what's up? That's like saying, let me give you an example, right? Imagine saying Lamar Jackson is clout chasing Patrick Mahomes because he's saying, I can't wait to play the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. Doesn't that sound dumb? Warrior Class the Third, what's up? When they both in the AFC? And they should both be striving for the same thing? Well, imagine Patrick Mahomes being like, man, I won Super Bowls already. You clout chasing me. What? That sounds silly. So, man, what's up? Because you see Tank saying Shakur name in every interview. Right. You say, because I see Tank has made mention of these people. First and foremost, let's say this. Shakur ain't voluntarily talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and vice versa. People ask them in interviews about fighting each other. They're not voluntarily just sitting down and saying, yeah, man, you know what? Let's start this interview off by saying I want to fight Tank Davis. Shakur ain't doing that, brother. Not at all. He's doing an interview, and in the interview, he's being asked about fighting each other. Ina humble. He tired of goofies like you, boo. Right. Alex Shield Jones, what's up? D-Boy Dad, what's up? Maya Egypt, peace and blessings, Queen. More morons. He's tired of goofies like you. Bro, you people have no sense of nothing. Nothing, bro. David Guy Cakes, what's up? Marvelous Tracks, what's up? R. Jonesy, what's up? Tariq Reed, what's up? He said paid opposition. Isn't everybody in the sport of boxing that's not with you paid opposition? Not so smart guy? Wouldn't Shakur Stevenson qualify as paid opposition? Wouldn't Devin Haney be qualified as paid opposition? See, I know your vocabulary and your knowledge and your common sense don't go very far. Right? Isn't Lamont Roach paid opposition? Is he? Isn't he? Huh? Wasn't Isaac Cruz paid opposition? Not so smart guy? See how that works? Paid opposition. Yeah, everybody that he fights is paid opposition. Everybody that's not part of his team is paid opposition, ain't it? Low quality content, yet you here watching me. So that makes you low IQ person. Nobody with any type of real IQ is going to watch somebody with low quality. I don't watch low budget movies. I don't watch low budget shows. I don't watch people with low quality content. I don't do it. So it takes one to know one. You humbled down on the Roz podcast. See another? I know you live on your knees. Live my best life. C. Bowman, what's up? I know you live on your knees, brother. I know you live on your knees. You said I bowed down to Tank. No, I went viral with Tank on the Roz podcast, Not So Smart Guy, because I didn't bow down to Tank. My brother Claymore Rain in the building. What's up, family? Go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. TC, what's up? Midwest, what's up? I know, I'm just having fun. I'm having fun with this dude. It's fun. Entertainment. I told you, they're seals and I'm an orca. You ever see when orcas, they get full? USA Sports topic. What's up, family? Freedom Mars. What's up, family? Y'all ever see when orcas get full? They're not hungry anymore, so they just start playing around with the seals. What's up with boxing? What's up, family? They just start flipping them up in the air with their tails and, just doing all types of mean things. Trade Titan 76. What's up? Big Jag. What's up? Right? That's what I'm doing right now. This guy said, you bowed down to Tank. Did I? Nobody here believes you. Not even Tank. He says, all them bots with wrenches on your channel. How much turkey pay you? Shakia Fields, peace and blessings, Queen. Isn't that ironic? He says, how much does Turkey paying me? Don't you know I had all these moderators before you even know who Turkey Al-Sheikh was? See? I had all these moderators before you even knew who Turkey Al-Sheikh was. You say, what's up? Just being E, what's up? He said BS. BS? What? This guy said that's BS. Joe Johnson, what's up, family? People was complaining how many moderators I have for years. You didn't even know who Turkey Al-Sheikh is. You didn't even know who Turkey Al-Sheikh was. Hood Rich 410, my brother. A real man from Baltimore. See, I respect the real from B-More. Big facts, no cap. What's up? I respect the real from Baltimore, not these fake phonies. Box me for some money. Why would I box you for money if you said I'm getting paid by Turkey? Now, why would I play around with the help? If Turkey is giving me money, like you said, I'm paid opposition, why would I play with the help? Zad Boxing Nation, what's up, Finley? Now, why would I toy around with the help when Turkey is paying me? Ain't that what you just said? Huh? Didn't you just say that? Anyway, that's enough playing with the help. Sizwe Mamenza said, should go to the kitty table, boo. Send them to the kitty table? Okay. You're out of here, brother. The family have spoken. They said send you to the kitty table. Go ahead, go sit at the kitty table. Watch the rest of the show from the kitty table. Band up, what up, nephew? Yeah, I sent them to the kitty table. You go ahead and sit at the kitty table and watch the rest from there. Crazy part is you're going to still watch this low-level content. That's what's wild about it. That's what's wild about it. That's what's insane about this. He's going to continue to watch. Ty in the sky, peace and blessings, queen. So, okay, let's get into this content, right? Enough playing with the hell. So, Rick Glazer came out yesterday. Robert Chandler, what's up, family? Now, I want people to understand this, where I'm coming from when I say these things, okay? Is Rick Glazer correct? I don't know. I don't know where Rick Glazer got it from. I don't know. Okay? Clout Chase Olympics, what's up? He said, y'all know Blue is on blood pressure meds. Blood pressure meds. I just did literally 500 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 100 dips. And that's my first workout. Literally. As a matter of fact, point proven, I was on Claymore Rain's show with YSM and the panel, Ray Davis, Ray Pacer, what's up? While I was working out. Literally. Literally. Blood pressure medicine. Hey, listen. When I took my pressure the other day, it was 113/68. Didi, what's up? Literally. On the mic, my brother Terrence Bailey Sr. What's up, family? I've dropped 60 pounds right now. And I did that talking to my brother Clay. I wasn't out of breath. I didn't even know they could hear me until YSM said, hey, you working out, right? Why you talking? I didn't even know you could hear me. Did I sound out of breath? Tired or fatigued? Nope. Blood pressure is just fine. No libido issues. As a matter of fact, my wife was just complaining about a session that we had 2 days ago. She's still complaining 2 days later, 48 hours later. She said, what's wrong with you? You're 48 years old. You're an old man. I said, no, sir. Kid you not. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Me and my wife literally had those conversations. Freedom March, I'm just calling it like I see it. Chris Lag, what's up, family? Me and her was having this conversation today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Diana Scott. I gotta put that. Hey, listen. If you don't do it, somebody else will, and I refuse. So I just swim. I like to swim in the deep end of the ocean. Just is what it is. Hey, my sons is in here. My kid, I be forgetting my kids and stuff is watching, man, and they be in here. So I apologize to my kids if they listening, man. Close your ears. This is 8:30. What's up? I be forgetting, man. Sometimes, man. My wife won't smack me, bro. Literally. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. So, I be forgetting. My sons and stuff be watching sometimes. I literally be forgetting, bro. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Just do. What's up, family? Armani Vitz, what's up? Yeah, J King. Let me get back to the topic. H-Town XL, what's up? I be forgetting, bro. My kids be watching. Bro, I probably be grossing my kids out, bro. I know that. I ain't no problem. I know. My daughter the other day was like, all right, too much. Hey, yo, my oldest daughter the other day. This is a true story, and then I'm gonna get back to the topic. Ravi Lewis, what's up? True story, right? My oldest daughter said, we was at the beach, and she was like, could I help put up one of the cabanas? And I was like, all right. And then she was like, yeah, you gotta put all your muscles in that workout to good use. Can't be tired, right? And I said, oh, my stamina worked just fine. Ask your mom. She was like, all right, that's it. Too much information. Yo, literally, I kid you not. It just flew out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Born Rich, what's up, family? I'm just, Motorsport Sports, what's up? Darnell Schaefer, what's up? She's like, yeah, you can't get, and I was like, oh, no, my stamina worked just fine. Ask your mom. She was like, all right, too much information. And I was like, Katie the Boxer, what's up? Whoops, sorry. Aaron Butler, Deuce 6 Deuce. What's up, family? Willette Strong, peace and blessings, Queen. Yeah, she is, Queen. Yeah, she is. Will Sinclair, what's up? Kevin Smack, what's up? You Caribbeans stay hating on black American fighters. Bro, y'all be labeling me. Man, y'all be labeling me all types of haters. And now I'm a Caribbean that hates black American fighters, bro. Hey, bro, y'all. Hey, listen, man. Listen. I am flattered. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Jonathan Hill, what's up? Let me get to the topic. And McNeil Ministry, what's up, family? So anyway, do I know if Rick Glazier is telling the truth or not? Jerry Pierre, what's up? Now, Rick Glazier, he clearly has an issue with the PBC. He has an issue with whatever. But Rick Glazier said that, Tank Davis, people have told him that he is stepping away from the sport of boxing. Right? So now, my thing is this, right? What he said just aligns to what I've been telling you guys forever and a day. But y'all be listening to these silly channels. Anthony Ingram, my brother in Super Chat, he said for the 40-year-olds still holding it down. Yes, sir. Big Herm, what's up? And I told you guys that Tank Davis is not happy over there. Now, I don't talk to Rick Glazer. Shad B, what's up? I have never, right? ESPN let Shannon go. Oh, we knew that was coming. Uh, um, I don't. I have never had a conversation with Rick Glazer ever. Kawhi Elliott, what's up? I know people that know him. We have common friends, mutual friends, so on and so forth, mutual associates or whatever you want to have it. I have never had a conversation with Rick Glazer ever. I've never interviewed him. I've never had a conversation with him. I never talked to him on the phone. I've listened to him talk when he's on, like Coach Malachi. I actually like when he's on Coach Malachi, right? And I see his tweets and, I've seen him do interviews, but I have never personally had a conversation with Rick Glazer. Now, we don't communicate. We don't share information. Rick Glazer is very connected to the sport of boxing, whether you like him or not. Rick Glazer is more connected to the sport of boxing than I am, by far, right? Now, is his information come from sometimes emotions or personal vendettas against certain people? Yeah, it comes across as that way, right? But when you have a situation like this, that we are telling you from essentially two different sides of the world, right? Again, I don't talk to him. He don't talk to me. So essentially two different sides of the world, but we telling you this similar things. When there's smoke, there's fire. Isn't it? Right? I told you guys. Now, you can take it as you want. Oh, you guys are hating on Tank Davis. I told you guys. Okay? I told you guys. Gervonta Tank Davis is not happy with the way things are being run with the PBC. I told you that 1,000 times over. But Gervonta Tank Davis is a loyal to the soil type of person. So he don't want to walk away. I told you, but you listen to these people that love to use his name, because if I say something that's in favor of Gervonta Tank Davis, if I did a video right now talking about he getting ready to get a $280 million deal for 3 fights, it'll be 1,500 people here and 1,000 cheerleaders. Right? It's easy to use Gervonta Tank Davis' name as these other platforms do. Yeah, great news. Gervonta Tank Davis exposed this person. Great news. People want to hear that because he got a huge fan base. But that don't mean it's the truth. Jordan Smith, what's up? He says, how did it? Man, tell me about it. It's 103 in New York. So, he has a massive fan base. And they want to hear nothing but positivity coming from information coming from his camp. But when you're telling the truth, people don't like the ugly truth. They like a pretty lie. They would much rather have a pretty lie when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis. That's just the truth of the matter. So you have these platforms that will do videos talking about Tank Davis is this and Tank Davis going to take over the world. He's Superman and he could do this. Oh, guess what? Southwest Dice, what's up? He said this Houston heat is different. Hey, bro, I think, aren't we having a global heat wave? Isn't that what they said? Because it's 103 in New York. Super hot here. So, it was 98 yesterday. It's 103 today. So you know how hot it is for New York when we surrounded by all this water and it's still this hot? Ridiculous. So that's the truth. But now here's the thing. Right? It's not since Spence, he said, it seems like since Spence lost PBC. No, it's not since Spence lost. It's since Showtime got out the business of the sport of boxing. Showtime got away from boxing. They did. And they took their bag with them. Big Face Mel, what's up? He said Tank want to quit because he can't pick his opposition. No, that's not the case either. This is the case now. Again, like I said, PBC, the way things is being run, Louis the Cubist Senior and Junior is running PBC, people. They keep telling you Al Heyman's not doing it. Craig Pruitt, what's up, family? Guy Hunter, what up? Louis the Cubist Jr. and Louis the Cubist Jr. and Al Heyman are Louis the Cubist Senior and Jr. are running the PBC. That's the truth. Tank Davis is loyal to Al Heyman in the PBC. He don't want to walk away. I get it. I know. I told y'all. I know people like Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is extremely loyal person. He's very loyal. So he don't want to step away from them. He don't want to leave him. He don't want to. Right? And it's understandable. But for him to get the bag and do what he needs to do, what as far as he wants to do for his family, right? He gonna have to step away. The sports guy, what's up? They cannot afford Gervonta Tank Davis for what Gervonta Tank Davis is accustomed to having. Chilltown Majors, what's up? They can't. Easy Lewin, what's up? What Gervonta Tank Davis is looking for and accustomed to, the PBC can't they can't what's the word I'm looking for? They can't accommodate him with that. They can't. CB45, what's up? That massive guarantee purse and the pay-per-view back-end money and all that, that's over with. They can give him a guarantee purse. And then Mr. Carter, what's up? Kawhi Elliott, what's up? Bro, what's up? Tank Leftovers is on Pez before. So they can guarantee him the pay-per-view back end and a guaranteed purse, but it ain't gonna be massive. They can't do it. So he's gonna have to do what? Go with Turkey Al-Sheikh. USA Sports Topic, what's up? He, again, Lucky Showtime, what's up? Naughty Crash, what's up? Like you said, the face of sport and boxing. There you go, the Ice Cream Man. Y'all see him. There you go. There you go. Y'all seen him. Y'all seen him on camera. He better not hit this car. Y'all seen the Ice Cream Man on camera. There he is. Juan Harris, what's up? Y'all seen him. Sakari San Francisco, what's up? Ice Cream Man, told you. Ice Cream Man is coming. Adam, what's up? Man, she got out super aggressive. Did y'all see that? She just cut the kids off, bro. Yo, she cut the kids off. Oh, it ain't for her kids, it's for her? You gonna eat that, Big Mama? Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Big Mama. Cut the kids off, bro. She pulled up super aggressive. Cut the line. Yeah, she is. She must have been chasing down the ice cream man. She was chasing the ice cream man down. In her car. Kids was at the ice cream truck. She pulled up super aggressive, jumped out, as y'all seen, cut the kids off, went to the front of the line, got her ice cream. I thought she had some kids in the car. She ain't got no kids in the car. Oh, her dude came walking up the street with paperwork in a jail bag. Yo, can't make this up. Old boy came walking up the street with paperwork in a jail bag. He just got out of county. Nasty word. Anyway. So, Tank Davis is going to need His Excellency Turkey al-Sheikh. The PBC needs Turkey al-Sheikh. You feel me? The PBC needs Turkey al-Sheikh. So, he's needed. But Tank don't want to go that route. But as I told you, he's not happy with the situation, the scenario. Now you get Rick Glazier come out and he said, hey, Tank is telling people around him he's going to retire. Now, didn't the head cheerleader make a video about me talking about I'm bad for boxing? Wasn't there a cheerleader that made a video about me talking about I'm bad for boxing? Because I said Tank Davis needs to be stripped or placed as champion in recess for his WBA belt that he hasn't defended since hasn't had a mandatory since 2019, right? And when I said that he should be either placed as champion in recess or stripped of the belt to keep the division going, and then the head cheerleader come out, do a video talking about, oh, if somebody told you that Tank need to be stripped or that the Tank going to jail, I never said Tank was going to jail. I said that his team, Cameron Fields, peace and blessings, Queen. I said that his team, Mario Forster, what's up? You got a head cheerleader and a retired Dauphine. Yeah. Falling asleep on camera with a cheerleader as a co-host. It's weird, bro. Big Dog Fitness, what's up? Now, I said that his team had told me that and people from the PBC, Light Eyes, what's up? That they told me, Timothy Taylor, what's up? They told me that they are in fear. Kevin Lausian, what's up? My brother Clay, Underground Posse, what's up? He said, what's bad for boxing is falsely accusing fighters of pad use with no evidence. Facts. Victor Griffin, what's up? Joel, what's up? So, I said that his team had informed me, and people from the PBC, they're like, yo, we don't know what's going to go on with this case with him violating his probation. It's a chance that that judge in Baltimore could possibly use this as an opportunity to send him back to jail. That's what I told you guys. But amazingly, somebody made it that I said that he was guaranteed to go to jail. When did I say he was guaranteed to go to jail? Lamont Griffin, what's up? But they want to cheerlead for him to be in the good graces of this man. Boxing Disciples, what's up? That he don't even talk to. He don't even like. He don't even like you. He don't talk to you. He won't talk to you. He ain't coming on your platform. He ain't gonna do none of that. I promise you. The only media member he likes is Ellie Setback, and he cool with Ellie. He don't see any threat in Ellie Setback, so he cool with Ellie. He don't like myself. He don't like Fight Hype. He don't like nobody, and that's cool. He's an introvert. He don't like media. He don't even like the PBC media. He don't. So therefore, yeah, and you can't, hey, listen, to each his own, I accept it. Bro, he don't like me, he ain't gotta like me. I'm cool with that. He don't even like his fans. He told y'all, if you see me outside, don't walk up to me. Don't bother me. He don't like people. And that's cool. Maybe it's smart. Maybe we should learn something. Maybe I need to learn something from Tank Davis. Because, hey, bro, I got burnt so many times, not sexually, with people that I thought was cool with me, or I thought was cool, or family, or friends, or whatever, and they turned out not to be. Maybe I need to follow Tank footsteps. Maybe he might be on to something. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, he don't even rock with nobody. So therefore, y'all sitting up there doing all this cheerleading, right? To try to be in good graces with this man, to try to get people on your side to say, hey, yeah, well, no, see, Blue said, Blue lying, Blue capping. That's a wave. That's a wave, right? That's a thing, right? You can say, hey, Blue capping, yeah. All these morons and not so smart people and short bus riders, they don't even ride short bus. They ride the coupes of short buses, right? Yeah, they're gonna jump on board because they don't like that I tell the ugly truth. They want a pretty lie. So people realize that if I give you a pretty lie about Tank, oh, I'm gonna get traction. So that's what they do. They give you a pretty lie about Tank. Yeah, man, Tank gonna get 8-fight deal worth $900 million. What? That's what happens. So therefore, I never said that Tank Davis was going to jail. I said that his team informed me that, and the people from the PBC, the Lamont Roach fight wasn't happening because they're afraid that he was going to jail, that this judge is going to do him dirty. Like I said, and I said this from the beginning, this judge has it out for him. I've always said that. Again, I'm not being insensitive to the victims that was involved, but I'm just saying. Maharba Salam, what's up? This judge wants to make an example out of Tank Davis. And guess what? He gave him the ammunition to do it. Don from Philly, what's up? Motown 909, what's up? Right? You put yourself in position for her to be able to do it. So that's what I say. The Lamont Roach fight, canceled. I got people from the Lamont Roach team like, bro, they don't know what's going on with this Tank situation. They hearing that he might go back to jail because of the judge in Baltimore that's trying to, well, you got people out here now, they lawyers on top of it. They're not just cheerleaders, but they lawyers. Well, if you get violated, they got to prove, man, shut up. You ain't no lawyer. Now you part of the defense team. Now all of a sudden you a lawyer. You part of the defense team. You know what's gonna happen in the system. Come on, man. And again, I don't wish that on him. I pray that it don't happen. I'm just telling you what people have told me. In the reason why PBC is like, hey, bro, we ain't trying to announce this. We don't know what's going to come of it. We don't know what's going to come of it. Boston Disciple said that's an automatic violation, police contact. That's what I know. Most love, Kev. What's up, family? The terminology, what's up? That's what I know from my experiences, my situations, and people around me. But I don't know. T Bonafide, what's up? What's to come of it? Now these people is not just cheerleaders. They took their cheerleaders hat off. They took the pom-poms and put them down in the Walmart sneakers, and they picked up, now they put on a suit and a tie, and they got a briefcase, and now they sitting there telling you, well, if you violate this and this in section C of 9, man, shut up. Clay said, plus he has not signed the contract agreement to allow them to announce it. Right. So I told you remember, Clay, I told you they was planning for him to sign it and announce the fight the Saturday morning of the Pacquiao. I know that to be true. Anybody that was at the Pacquiao, you knew that to be true, media members. That was the plan. That was the plan. That obviously fell through. Period. He got arrested June 15th. They was going to announce it July 19th. But then things came up with the legal system, and now they like, bro, we can't announce nothing. We can't do. Plus, you don't want to insult the judge. Let me say this again. You don't want to insult the judge. What do you mean, Blue? If you announce his future endeavors before he goes to court, Mike Boogie, what's up? That's telling the judge. You know that saying that people have where they say, you want to make God laugh? Tell him what you're going to do tomorrow. Y'all know that? Have y'all heard that saying? If you want to make God laugh, tell him what you're going to do tomorrow. I'm just there. What's up? So, what I'm saying, exactly, making plans without knowing your fate. So, you making plans to go to Vegas to have a boxing match, and you don't even know what my decision is going to be? Oh, you make it. You think I'm a joke. And remember, she already, people talking about, oh well, Joel, what's up? Joel said not only police contact, but he got arrested. Right. He had to have bail. He was actually in jail. So what I'm saying is too, is that this lady can say, you violated already. Remember, she put him in jail for violating his location when they knew where he was at for a month. They let him stay in a hotel. What's up? They let him, Sammy, he said, no, it's not. In B-more, that's parole, not probation. However, the judge can put a bench warrant out if she wants to. They usually don't. If you got a court date, it depends on the judge. Well, I'm talking about what's the outcome when he goes to court. That's what I'm talking about. What's the outcome when he goes to court? Nobody knows what she's going to decide. So what I'm saying to you is this. This judge may just decide to try to nail him again. Remember, she already said, remember, he stayed in a hotel downtown. She gave him 3 months house arrest. He stayed in a hotel downtown for a month. That means, Keith Taylor, what's up? His PO had to know where he was at. He wasn't hiding. After a month, she says, wait a minute. You were supposed to be over here with Coach Calvin. You living in luxury. Nah. Go sit down for the rest of your time. You violated. Go sit down. Now, how your PO and everybody know where you at? This dude didn't violate. What did he violate? You knew where I was at for a month. She got upset with it. Stink, what's up? Oh, you living in luxury? You living in luxury? You said Kenny Ellis posted. Man, Kenny Ellis don't be knowing nothing about what's going on. He already told you that. I stopped listening to Kenny Ellis a long time ago. Dub C, what's up, family? So I stopped listening to Kenny a long time ago. Dub C, what up, nephew? He said, what? A new criminal conduct is an automatic violation. However, depending on the police report and the witness statement, decides if you go to jail. And blue change of location is a violation also. I get it, right? But what I'm saying, right, Dub? When he was downtown, right? He was there for a month. That means his PO had to know he was downtown. So the first time they checked in and knew he was downtown, why didn't the PO say, bro, you can't be here or you going to jail? Sherwin Arcebia, salute to you, family. Mondamanta Musa, LLC, what's up, family? Belante Davis, what's up? Bell, what's up? He won't even pay Coach Calvin. Yeah, but you have to put in request for change of address. But that's what I'm saying. But the PO and everybody knew where he was at. So to let him stay there for a month, they allowed him to do that so that she can do that. Because I'm pretty sure the PO had to report like, yo, he ain't at his location. Rebel Eye, what's up? Did the PO not have any consequences for his actions? Miss Lucky Me 427, peace and blessings, queen. You feel what I'm saying? Did the PO not have it? You knew where he was at for a month and you ain't report this? Or did you know where he was at for a month, changed the location, reported it, and we allowed him to stay there for a month? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Nephew Dub, he says sometimes you will have a PO who doesn't care, but the commissioner overrules the PO. Blacksmith Beats, what's up? That's what I'm saying, but the PO should have to report back and tell them your location if you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's what I'm saying. So did the PO have any consequences? You understand what I'm saying? Did the PO have any Nah, someone else can report it to the supervisor. But that's what I'm saying. Somebody had to lie. You understand? If your PO know where you're supposed to be, if they come in checking on you, you're not where you're supposed to be consistently for a month. Now, when the judge finds out your PO was checking on you, they clearly knew you wasn't where you're supposed to be for a month. Who allowed this to happen? You understand what I'm saying? Shah Ashar, what's up, family? Somebody allowed this to happen. Drumming for life, what's up? TMZ put that out there. Kenny be capping, cause Tank don't be messing with Kenny, cause he making a fight, and that's why him and Calvin got put back to the back burner. Yeah, he clearly, again, like I said, I don't know what Kenny be talking about. Kenny be saying some outlandish things, right? He's not in the loop. Kenny told you the reason that him and Calvin wasn't there was because the reason Calvin and Kenny wasn't in training him is because they had too many amateurs. That they were so busy with all the amateur fighters they had, that's why they wasn't there. Come on, man. Then Calvin came out and said that he wasn't there. Maddie, peace of blessings. Calvin came out and said he wasn't there because he was getting married. So which one is it? Said PO's answer to the state, not the judge. Either which way, your PO know you in violation. That's what I'm saying. Your PO knows you're in violation. That's why they come to check on you, to make sure you are where you are supposed to be and doing what you're supposed to do in a timely manner. Because your PO can put that information in there. You up out of here. Carlos Mitchell, what's up? G McCall, what's up? Said they do monthly checkups. Well, it depends on. It could be monthly, it could be weekly. So anyway, man, like I said, this is a unfortunate situation. I personally don't believe that Gervonta Tank Davis is retiring. There's nothing in me that believes that. I don't believe that. But I do believe that he's frustrated with the situation. He's frustrated with everything that's taking place, and he's frustrated with the sport of boxing. That I do believe. And so now he's looking at the situation and he's frustrated. But we knew that already. Commissioner issued the warrant, and you back in. Yeah. Man, I'm so glad I'm on this. I'm not looking over my shoulder and stuff like that no more. That's the worst, man. It's the worst, bro. I guess as you age, you just be like, bro, I ain't got time for that. Because it's the worst. But I wanted to talk about this too. Victor Conte comes out. And Victor Conte lets it be known, I haven't worked with VADA in years, and I was a consultant for not just VADA, but WADA, USADA, everybody. Which puts a damper on everything everybody's been saying when they saying, hey man, you shouldn't use VADA because VADA is with Freedom Marchers Up. He said, knock off a clown. Oh yeah. So when people say you shouldn't use VADA because VADA is Victor Conte and Devin Haney, Victor Conte just told you, I use everybody. I consulted for everybody. Norman Hardest test, Devin will make him run. Salute Big Herm in the super chat. So Victor Conte comes out and he says, I consulted for everybody. And I don't work with VADA. I was a consultant for everybody. PGH Big Dog, what's up? To help them understand how to be able to catch people from cheating. So I consulted with not just VADA, but all parties. So therefore, all these people coming out talking about, hey man, you shouldn't use VADA. So guess what? Victor Conte is a consultant for everybody. So now what? So you see when Brian Norman said, is there another? Well, there is nothing because he consults all of them. So here's what he had to say. It's a little weird the way he typed it up. He said, quote, understand that when I talked about how easy it was to circumvent the drug testing back in 2003, it's because there was no drug testing for EPO or growth hormone. They only used the TE ratio and not the current test used for synthetic testosterone called IRMS. You cannot apply a statement made 9 years. You cannot apply a statement I've made over 20 years ago to today's testing. The testing had improved a lot. Many in boxing seem to think they are experts at drug testing, and they are not. Speculation is not credible evidence of anything except suspension. So let me read this again. So Sean Zeitel, when Sean Porter was sitting there, they keep talking about Victor Conte saying he could beat the drug testing. So Victor Conte is telling you this was because this was due to the fact that back then in 2003 there was no drug testing. So they didn't have the information or technology to beat what he had, which was the EPO, the clear, and the growth hormones. Okay? Freedom March, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Blues Credible is A1. Mr. Pity Pat and the dozing D-bag is not. Facts. Yeah, all facts. Weird, bro. It's weird. Freedom March is weird. So he's saying, understand that when I talked about how easy it was to circumvent, beat the drug testing in 2003, is because there was no drug testing for EPO or growth hormone. They used only the TE ratio and not current tests used for synthetic testosterone. Right? So he's saying that back then, when he said it, he introduced them to other performance enhancers that they are not looking for. So because these new versions, so that's like having a new version today that they don't know about a new version of performance enhancers, so they don't know what to test for to find that because they don't know what it is. You can't search for something that you don't know exists. So therefore, he's saying that the things that they asked me about, okay, Mile High Hustler, what's up? So the things that they was looking for, I had to introduce to them and consult with them and let them know, listen, there's more things out there than just that. And so, yes, I know how to beat those tests because they don't even know what they're looking for. You understand? So he's saying, hey, bro, these people So Victor Conte, he says this. Enough about Terrence Crawford weighing 185. It is 6 weeks until the fight. He will not weigh that on fight night. Yes, Terrence is a dog and highly skilled. He is not on pads and never has been. I was involved in PEDs in 22 years ago because I may understand how to circumvent some of the testing done, not mean that I have done so in more since 2003. Speculation about SNAC is simply that. Terrence may be most intelligent boxer today, accept and appreciate his tremendous talent. Right? So what people don't get. So now he says this. Somebody says, why are you involved in boxing? He said, I'm involved in boxing because this is the sport I love most. I have been an outspoken anti-doping advocate since 2005. I determined the sport I choose to participate in and have since 2010. Those who truly know me know that I own a drug-free company. Those who think otherwise are only speculating because they cannot accept the truth that SNAC fighters are clean. Facts. So of course you got a bunch of people in the comment section telling him to F off and all of these things. So Victor Conte is letting it be known, you people are not very bright. And here we go again. Quote, the idea that I currently have a close existing relationship with Vada is false. Many years ago, I provided consolation to WADA and USADA and VADA. This was per the request of each entity. They were all seeking my input about how I circumvent the drug testing. I provided such info to all of them in effort to help them create more effective drug testing programs. My hope was that this would contribute to clean sport. There has never been any type of unethical behavior. Boxing is a dangerous sport and needs effective testing. End quote. So when people are saying, oh, you should use WADA or USADA, he's letting you know I work with all of them. I work with all of them. Really? Gilbert Arenas? Nasty word. He says, quote, understand when I talked about how easy it was to circumvent the drug test in 2003 because there was no drug testing for the EPO. Remember I told y'all that. Enough of this. Conte knows how to pass drug tests. There are a few tests that can be circumvented with expertise. For example, testosterone. It is possible to microdose and possibly fly under the radar. I have never personally done this. 20 years ago, we used the designer steroid THG that is now prohibited. Let's be clear that knowing how to do something and doing it are two different things. I have not given any athlete a PED since 2003, over 22 years ago. All the speculation is simply that, speculation. Period. So therefore, so now they're saying that Tank has informed them. Despite the rumors of Timothy Bradley's checked out claims, World Boxing understands that Tank is taking time eyeing 140 pounds or mega fight with Pacquiao. Told y'all. I told you he wasn't going to retire. I told you that's not going to be the case. But is he happy with the situation? No. He's not. Randall 700, what's up? Why is he trying to clear his name now? It's already been 23 years. Why now? He's not trying to clear his name. He's responding to people that's making claims against him. He's not defending himself. He's responding to morons. So he's not trying to clear his name after all these years. Not what he's doing. He's just responding to people making claims and allegations against him. He just needs to stay away. We wouldn't have to worry about any of this. Well, if there was no Victor Conte, so first and foremost, let me say this. That's false. Because if he stayed away, it don't stop Eddie Reynoso's fighters ain't with SNAC and Victor Conte. He had 7 fighters test positive for banned substance. Had nothing to do with SNAC and Victor Conte. He's never had a single fighter test positive yet. RVM, what's up? We have multiple fighters testing positive for banned substance every time we turn around. And they ain't got nothing to do with SNAC. So therefore, we can't, why would you say we won't have this problem when we clearly would have this problem? Because it don't change anything. For Sholey Sean, what's up? Floyd Mayweather introduced random style testing to the sport of boxing before SNAC was even a thing. When he fought Manny Pacquiao, 5 years before he fought Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather was telling the world in 2009 that Manny Pacquiao need to be tested. Manny Pacquiao ain't with SNAC and Victor Conte. And we have multiple fighters test positive for banned substance back then. And Floyd was saying we need to be on an even playing field back then. So we only use Victor Conte as a cop-out. That's all that is. It's a cop-out. Hey, yeah, no, Victor Conte. No, you're using his name because he was a well-known associate with Balco in baseball. So we use that as a cop-out. What about all the other fighters that test positive that ain't with Victor Conte and ain't with SNAC? So why are we saying that if Victor Conte wasn't involved with boxing, we wouldn't have a problem? That sounds ridiculous. Because he ain't have no fighter test positive for banned substance. King Swisher said, you sad, Blue? Right. I look sad. You know who looks sad? Your mama when you came out the womb. She couldn't believe she gave birth to such a loser. That's what's sad. She knew once you came out the womb, you was gonna be a loser. Mm-mm-mm. Matt Garcia, what's up? I like Bam Rodriguez. I like Bam Rodriguez. Very good fighter. But we have this thing in the sport of boxing where when it's a non-African American fighter, black fighter do anything, we give them triple the praise because they ain't black. Dub Winner, what's up, family? Dub C, he said, what good is he bringing? Would you have a guy with his a statutory charge around your kid? See, that's another thing people use, that false narrative. That sounds silly. That sounds silly because that's not even the same situation. Let me ask you a question. You've been in the criminal system, Dub. I've been in the criminal system. There's a reason the police officers go to who to get their information. Do police officers go to a stand-up model citizen to get their information? Or do they go to the criminals to get their information because the criminals know what it takes to be a criminal? Do they go to the working 9-to-5 man to be like, hey man, could you help us bust this case open? Or do they go to the criminal? Hence the reason why we got snitches. Hence the reason why snitches are frowned upon. King Cat, what's up? Because ain't nobody tell you be in this lifestyle and you giving them leads into our lifestyle. 95% of the time people are caught because of snitches. They ain't catching you on their own because they can't. You know why they can't? Because they don't live that lifestyle. So, therefore, why would you, if I'm a testing organization and you got one of the greatest guys who created performance enhancers in sports history, why wouldn't I go to him to ask him, how would we go about so you can't beat the test? He said, Blue, you're arguing about his... No, I'm not arguing about his intention in his heart, brother. He said, so do you know him personally? My father always told me you can never predict the next man. What does that have to do with it? What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with the situation. Duh. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. You talking about his heart. What are you talking about? I didn't say that he was a stand-up model person. What are you talking about? I'm talking about his profession. Imagine this, right? You got a neighborhood full of crime. I want you to think about this, Doug. You got a neighborhood full of crime. Drugs, crime, all types of things going on. So a dude comes into the neighborhood and he got a different type of drug, but he's a drug dealer. Now we gonna act like he's the reason why the neighborhood is the way it is? What are we talking about? That sounds bogus. Again, you have 1,000 people testing positive for banned substance in sport of boxing, and it ain't got nothing to do with Victor Conte. So what I'm saying is, these organizations, VADA, USADA, WADA, bringing in Victor Conte to educate them on how you would go about beating tests. I don't know if he's stand-up model citizen. I don't care. What I'm saying is, they brought in Victor Conte to help educate. And guess what? It's working. Because they're now catching stuff that they wouldn't typically catch. I know a guy who told on a bunch of guys. Now he locked up for because everyone turned and looked at everyone he told on. It don't matter. The people he told on got caught, right? Because of his expertise. I don't care what his actions was. He was able to give law enforcement his expertise, and they got caught. They wouldn't have otherwise gotten caught if it wasn't for his expertise, because they couldn't do it. They need somebody with the experience to catch you. It doesn't matter if he's tampering or not. What are you talking about? Why you keep saying that? The point is, they brought, brother. So they bring in snitches, informants. Does that mean that they're not still in the street? What are you talking about? The point is, they bringing in people that can help them catch the criminals. Is he still a criminal? Don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But I know one thing, ain't none of his fighters got tested positive. Maybe it's because he could beat it. I know this, people not associated with him is testing positive. So he ain't the problem. Now is he? Why we focus on him? Antonio Coleman, what's up? So why even have to guess because we don't know? Bro, I don't get what part of this you don't get. I don't get what part of this you're not understanding. I don't understand. This is not rocket science, nephew. It's just simply not. It's easy. It's 1 + 1 = 2. And he's not even a consultant with them anymore. So what are we talking about? Just sounds silly. It just sounds silly. He don't even work with VADA, USADA, or WADA anymore. As he told you, he was a consultant. He's not involved. If you choose to use SNAC products, you can buy SNAC products over the counter. I just seen SNAC products in GNC when I went to get my protein. Right now, I can buy SNAC products over the counter. So what difference does it make? If you choose to use SNAC products, you choose to use it. If you don't, you don't have to. But there's people that's not using SNAC products that's testing positive for a banned substance. So what does that have to do with Victor Conte? You don't have to use Victor Conte. You don't have to use Victor Conte. That's a choice. It's just that two of the best fighters are black fighters are linked to Victor Conte, and people like to put blame on Victor. Oh, see, Devin and Terrence Crawford. Man, stop. Virgil Ortiz used Victor Conte and SNAC. On the mic with brother Terrence Bailey Sr. He ain't even a boxer and he used SNAC. So it doesn't make a difference. He said, why do any of them need SNAC? I didn't ask where you can buy it. Why do all these fighters have to use? What are you talking about? Hey, bro, I'm going to have to get out of here. Y'all be just busting my brain cells for no reason, bro. Or what fighters use SNAC? And what do you mean, why do you have to use SNAC? When any athlete works out, they use some sort of, every athlete or anybody that works out, you're going to use supplements. You're going to use supplements. What are you talking about? I use creatine. I use protein. What do you mean? Why are they using? I use L-glutamine. I use Extends, BCAs. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why do all these? Every athlete use something. Lamont Roach uses supplements, bro. He might not use SNAC, but he uses supplements. So what difference does it make? So because they're not SNAC, they don't have Victor Conte name in SNAC, it means that they're not tainted? That sounds ridiculous, man. We gotta start. This is what I'm telling y'all, man. We gotta start thinking for ourselves and stop thinking for what the narrative is always. Stop thinking what the narrative is. Oh, Victor Conte. No, Victor Conte what? Everybody. Lamont Roach, Gary Russell, they don't use supplements? Stop. Yeah, but that's you, Dub. That's okay. It's just like people used to use hydroxycut, right? Hydroxycut. People used to use hydroxycut to get in shape, right? And then hydroxycut had a couple of people that transitioned because, you know, it made their heart race too fast, so on and so forth, right? And people they changed their supplement, right? From hydroxycut. But guess what? Hydroxycut is still on the market. You can buy hydroxycut right now. They just took out whatever was causing people to have adverse effects. But guess what? People still use hydroxycut. I don't, but people do. Period. Again, it's all choice. It's your choice. So yeah, you say you wouldn't want to be aligned with somebody. Okay, that's you. G tatted up. What up, nephew? And I get it. They don't use SNAC, and they all think something up with SNAC, and I can call you on three-way, and they will tell you they think something up with these fighters. Well, again, that's it doesn't matter. They don't have to use SNAC, right? But guess what? There could be something in the supplements that they're using, so it doesn't matter. I could be skeptical. What's up, family? I could be skeptical of the supplements you take. What you gonna tell me? Yeah, but I ain't never test positive. Neither did I. Yeah, but you would have got who? Okay, well, who's the guy that made yours? Do you know if the guy that made yours was some mad scientist just like Victor Conte that just didn't get caught? Because they all supplements. So how do you know what's in it? There's so many different versions of everything. Think about this. Right? People choose to go that narrative because they want a scapegoat. They want there's a coward way out. Oh, he's with SNAC. Guess what? The SNAC athletes ain't got no special powers. Show me which SNAC athlete got the special powers. I'll wait. It's a coward cop-out. Oh, well, they with Victor Conte. Okay, well, show me the SNAC athlete that got these special powers. Show me the SNAC athlete that's doing something that nobody else in boxing can't do. Show me one. So you saying, oh, these people are they skeptical of SNAC. Okay, cool. So show me the SNAC athlete that has special powers, that's doing something that nobody else is doing. G tatted up. What up, nephew? Show me one that's doing something out the ordinary that raise an eyebrow. That you like, man, you see how this dude is doing this? Man, it must be SNAC. Who doing it? Because when we seen the athletes under Balco, under Victor Conte, that was receiving performance enhancers, we seen them doing exceptional things that nobody else was doing. Barry Bonds hit 73 or 74 home runs. Never been done. Who is doing that in boxing? I'll wait. Because people love to use this narrative, right? And link Victor Conte and SNAC to performance enhancers. Cool. Who's doing something exceptional? Show me the athlete that's using SNAC, that's performing outside this world that nobody else can do. Because if Victor Conte is helping them pass a test, right? Okay, show me. They told me Terrence Crawford looked vulnerable against Israel Majumab. Did he look exceptional? Devin Haney didn't look exceptional against in his last 2 fights. So show me the SNAC athlete that looks exceptional. Because if you're skeptical, that means they're doing something out of the norm. Who's doing something out of the norm? Caleb Plant stay getting tired. Every time you turn around, Caleb Plant is fatiguing in the second half of the fight. We talking about boxing, act like real boxers not saying that. Hey, Dub, please stop. Listen. Don't repeat stupidity. You saying it's not like, who gives a shit what the other bosses are saying? I'm asking you. Who do you see? Damn what they talking about. What fighter you see performing exceptional? I don't care what no fighter. I'm going to ask any and every fighter. Show me the fighter that's performing at an exceptional level that nobody else is, that's with SNAC, that's making you skeptical. I don't got to be a fighter to see that, bruh. That's why I tell y'all, stupidity is contagious. One silly person says this, and then it just passed the contagiousness down. And then everybody's regurgitating the silliness. Yeah, man, see, SNAC. What SNAC athlete you see performing at an exceptional level? We say Haney can't punch himself out of a wet paper bag. He ain't got no chin. He get tired. Caleb Plant get tired. Terrence Crawford look average against Israel Majumab. Who's performing? Prices for everyone. What's up? Show me. I don't care what no fighter says. I'm asking you, what fighter have you seen on SNAC that you said to yourself, this dude is not natural? See, when Floyd said that about Pacquiao, we seen a completely transformation. Did you see a transformation in Devin Haney or Caleb Plant? Virgil Ortiz got dropped twice, and look, man, he been looking average a lot lately. Show me this massive transformation from Virgil Ortiz from when he fought the meme machine, Igor Kavalauskas, to when he just fought Serhal Boachuk. You seen a drastic transformation? I'm gonna tell you what be funny, and I'm gonna you go these channels, and everybody have somebody they lean towards. So everybody wants you go on Bossy Ego bash Haney, and hey, are you for Haney? Dub, that sounds silly, brother. PGH Big Dog, what's up, family? It sounds silly. I'm not defending Devin Haney. What are you talking about? We just start saying anything. What are you talking about? I'm asking you. Did you see a transformation in Devin Haney, Virgil Ortiz, Terrence Crawford? What fighter did you see a drastic transformation and doing something that's out of the ordinary? When? I just said, you said I'm defending Devin Haney. I just said that Devin Haney didn't look good in his last 2 fights, right? So what's there to defend? Didn't everybody come here and say Devin Haney ain't looked good in his last 2 fights? So if he didn't look good in his last 2 fights, how the hell did I just defend him? So Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, why? Because Terrence Crawford had a great game plan? Again, I'm asking the question. What did Terrence Crawford do so out of the ordinary? Haney versus Prograis. He dropped Regis Prograis 1 time, and he ain't doing nothing else since. Main brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He says, shout out to Blue Blood for always keeping it real and not following the scripted dumb narratives that go around. Facts. You said Haney versus Prograis. He fought and dropped Regis 1 time, and he boxed the way he always boxed. Did he knock out Regis Prograis? Nope. Guess what? He had knockout a year before he was with SNAC. Bud versus Spence. So Terrence Crawford, show me what in the fight did Terrence Crawford do spectacular? By catching Errol Spence with timing? Y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all just say anything, man. Y'all gotta stop, bro. On that note, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get out of here, bro. Appreciate y'all coming through, studding up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all 1 word. Hey, listen, this is what's funny. He was with SNAC, Devin Haney, when he fought Lomachenko, and he was with SNAC when he fought Ryan Garcia. He was with SNAC when he fought Jose Ramirez, right? So you picked 1 out of 4 fights to say he looked good, but he didn't look spectacular in the other fights? Make it make sense, man. Terrence Crawford was with SNAC when he was with Sean Porter and was arguably losing until he got the 2 knockdowns. Terrence Crawford was with SNAC when he fought Israel Madrimov. Terrence Crawford was with SNAC when he fought Errol Spence, but the only fight you can point out is Errol Spence. Make it make sense, man. And on that note, man, I got to get out of here. Appreciate y'all coming through, studding up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all 1 word. Hey, man, Dub, I'm asking you, why didn't he look spectacular against Ryan Garcia and Lomachenko? Why didn't he knock them out? I guess SNAC wasn't working. Big facts, no cap. What's up, family? Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man, coming through, studding up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. Let me get out of here, man. Y'all already know what it is. Hey, listen. Isn't the time, I want to say this before I leave. You said Errol Spence, the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight, right? Cool. Now Terrence Crawford moved up in weight. Michael J 616, what's up? And fight Israel Madrimov. Isn't that the time for him to be on SNAC again? Isn't that the time for him to take the potion? He's moving up 7 pounds and fighting a guy, what, he didn't think he needed the potion? Come on, man. Y'all got to stop with this, man. Y'all got to stop with this, man. You got to stop. He didn't need the potion? He moved up in weight and don't need the potion? Devin Haney moves up in weight from the Regis Prograis fight and don't need the potion? Come on, man. He needed, so let me get this straight. Devin Haney needed the potion for Regis Prograis, but not Ryan Garcia? Come on, man. I always say this. Say to yourself in the mirror out loud before you say it here, because it sounds silly. Repeat it to yourself out loud to yourself in the mirror before you repeat it here. It just sounds silly. D35, what's up? Y'all got to, y'all just, Jonathan Simon said, Blue, answer one question before you leave. What's that? I'm texting you and talking. It's your platform. Okay. What about this being my platform? What did I say that gave me some sort of advantage? It make sense, man. That makes no sense. What does that have to do with the conversation? Nothing. That has nothing to do with the conversation. Go ahead, Jonathan Simon. What's the question, bro, before I get up out of here? He said, what the SNAC didn't help. Y'all got to stop. But I appreciate y'all coming through, studying up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.